Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm here in the World of Warcraft, and this is WoW Classic. And I'm multi-boxing, so both of these characters you see are me, Tank Cow and Hakasia. They will be a tank and healer combination, and I'm trying to grow a little tank, because everywhere I see people spamming, looking for tank for Wailing Caverns, or, well, fill in the blank dungeon. So I thought it's about time. Oh, here's looking for a tank for Shadowfang Keep. I have a feeling Tank Cow is going to be very, very busy. So right now, Tank Cow is level 10, so I want to get her to about 12 or 13, and then she can become her career as a nice professional tank. So, let's see, we were working on Prairie Wolf Alpha Teeth the last time. So let's go ahead and head over to Bloodhoof Village and see about getting started. Oh, and then the most important thing, I have to set up my multi-boxing software. I forgot. So the multi-boxing program that I am using is called HotKeyNet. HotKeyNet is free. I actually have a tutorial that demonstrates how to set up HotKeyNet and to be able to use it in the way that you see me doing here. Of course, what's not free is the World of Warcraft, so I do have to subscribe to 2 different accounts in order to do what you see me doing, but at least I'm not paying extra for a multi-boxing program. And then using macros, I can control these characters. That way they run around together as a team and fight. So here we are in Bloodhoof, and our good buddy Zygor is saying, Prairie Wolf Alpha Teeth, this way. Zygor, if you've never heard of it, is an in-game guide, similar to let's see, there was an old add-on that was popular back in vanilla World of Warcraft called Quest Helper. Quest Helper was free, Zygor is not. But Zygor does have the one advantage that it amalgamates the features of many different add-ons and puts them all under one roof, and then it updates itself with its own separate client, so you don't have to really worry about it. Basically, it's one and done, and it will help you with leveling builds, how to get gold. Let's see, it gives advice regarding talents with a couple of caveats. One of the things that I noticed about Zygor is that since I wanted to level as a tank, I thought, well, surely the talent advisor will help me. Nope, it offers advice for leveling as arms or fury, but notice that protection is not listed there. By the same token, my shaman over here is going to level as restoration. And so when I asked Zygor, I was like, do you have any talent recommendations? Zygor said no. It only offered talent recommendations for enhancement and for, what is the other one? Darn, now I forgot. There's restoration, enhancement, and elemental. There we go. That's the other specialization that I was forgetting. So Zygor assumes that you are going to level your character solo and doesn't take into account that, hey, you might be able to level as part of a team because, you know, generally people's schedules diverge. You never know when someone else is going to be online. But if you're multi-boxing, if you are the other person in the party, well, you always have someone to go with. And I never have to worry about a Hakasia being busy and not being able to join me for my party. So it has a little benefit there. And since WoW Classic is a new thing and everybody wants to level quickly, the fastest way I could think to level was to have my own built-in party member. A little pocket healer, as it were. Oh, whoops, I just received this weapon and I have no skill with it. So this is like a classic thing, weapon skills. As she skills up with the weapon, she'll become more effective. Some nice person just showed up out of the blue and handed this thing to me, and it was an upgrade, so I took it. I don't know if they were, and I don't even know who it was. It might have been someone watching the stream and it's like, here you go, here's an upgrade. I was like, oh, thank you, person. They somehow knew what would be an upgrade for my character that she'd be able to use. Come on, give me your teeth, you stupid wolves. Oh, you know what? That's right. I could be charging into battle. And so this is a little buff that increases our attack power, so kind of compensate for the fact that we don't have a lot of skill at the moment. Come on. Oh, well, there's a two. Yikes! Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring my characters together in a group. That's something I've occasionally forgotten about, is that they need to be in a group in order to share the loot. You know, what a concept. And so I made a macro. I just have to remember to click it to invite Hakasia. Otherwise, when one of them hits something, and then it goes gray for the other. Okay, heal me, please. Oh, well, actually, I guess now I'm kind of up there. Alright, let's avoid the roaming centaurs, because it just causes problems.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Now, though she's building up her skill with axes, she still has her skill with firearms. So, oops. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Leather. I will pass, because that's probably an upgrade for Hakasia. And Zygor agrees. You can't see it, but you will as soon as we have some loot for Tank Cal. Zygor examines the gear that is looted, and then compares it to the gear that you're wearing, and will advise you as to whether or not it's an upgrade. And then offers to switch it out for you. I couldn't resist. It's like, can I have a handout? It's like, you bet, buddy. It's all over the place. Okay, let's see. Just need one more tooth. Excellent, and that's that. Alright, and so Zygor updates and gives us our next location. Oh, and now the swoop wants to get in on the action, but you know what? We are kind of busy, so beat it. Bad birdie. But the bad birdie really wants to play, but it's tethered to the spot, and eventually we get out of range. Okay, let's see. Where are we headed? Back to Bloodhoof Village, so we'll just take the path here. The good thing is that I'm coming up on level 11 here, and we have lots of rested XP. So in the World of Warcraft, once you rest at a town... Oh, wait a minute. It's only showing 100%. Oh, did I already burn up my rested XP? Never mind. I guess it wasn't nearly as much as I was hoping. Well, what I was going to say is that when you check out at a inn or town or city, that in a rest area, you'll see your bar flashing, indicating that you're in a rest area. And so when you log back in, then you get a little bonus of 100% to experience points. That will help you with catching up your character. The idea is that if you had to, real life happens, you couldn't play WoW for a couple of days, then the XP bonus allows you to catch up with your friends. So that you're not left too far behind. At least that's the idea. Oh, and you know what? Now that I'm level 10, I need to see my warrior trainer, because I need to see about getting a tanking stance. Technically, in WoW Classic, there are no specializations per se. You basically just put talent points in whatever trees you're interested. Of course, I'm starting out with protection, and probably just about everything will go into protection, because I want this character to be a dedicated tank. Oh, and speaking of the warrior trainer, it seems he has a quest for me. Well, here, we'll see him in just a second. I believe Zygor wants me to do things in a particular order, so here.
Peace, friend. May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Okay, talk to Scorn Whitecloud.
Hail.
Notice that Zygor automatically takes care of things. Okay, so here is where we're talking to, I think, the warrior trainer, because I noticed that my shaman has received a different quest to go talk to her trainer.
How may I aid you?
Oh, look at that. Already leaving. I'm surprised. Well, wait a minute. Before we leave the warrior trainer,
Well met.
you should have some training for me. Here, let's go ahead and we'll filter by availability. Blood Rage. And we can upgrade Heroic Strike and Rend. Whoops, I'm running low on cash. Well, you know what? We will tap into... Oh, look at that. I'm looking here on my shaman, and she doesn't have much more money than my warrior does, but what she does have is a lot of different things that she can learn. Lightning Bolt. Rockbiter Weapon. Skills that I can't afford.
Goodbye.
However, what I can do is I can give my warrior a little bit of money so that she'll be able to afford her skills. Okay, let's see. Since she's only a little bit short, this should do just nicely. Alright, so back to the warrior trainer here, and the only thing I was missing was rend. Now, I'm curious about unavailable stuff. Let's see, overpower. Let's see, just one. Okay, yeah, shield bash is 12. Revenge is 14. Shield block is 16. And plate mail won't be until 40. Okay, so
Ancestors watch over you.
I'll be working on getting them up there. Like I said, hopefully she can start tanking at 12. Hopefully. Oh, there's another pair. I wonder if this person is dual boxing as well. Or actually, yeah, look at that. See how the characters are standing on top of each other? I think this is also a multi-boxer, except this person is playing 3 characters instead of only 2. Possibly. That was one of the things that I noticed when I would play 3 or 4 characters. The trailing characters would all stand on top of each other. Of course, who knows? Maybe those party members are just feeling kind of lazy and and as a result are just standing there. But all right, that's going to bug me. Zygor hasn't told me to hand this in yet, but I'm going to do it anyways, because I don't like walking past this guy with a quest to turn in.
Be careful.
But this Goblin Smasher is a 2-handed weapon, so I'm going to decline. And let's see. She received a knife, so that's good. Alright, and they want me to discover the flight point out here. One of the nice things about WoW Classic is that it is intended to be at least as close as possible to the original WoW Vanilla, with a few exceptions. Originally, WoW Vanilla was, 4:3 aspect ratio, so, back in the days of screens that were square, or, well, square-ish. And now we have nice widescreen, so we can get more on the screen than ever before. I mean, some of the early WoW videos, especially some of the raiding videos, the add-ons, because the screens were squarish, took up all the visible real estate, and it almost didn't matter what was going on the screen, because it was all about looking at all the instruments. One raider once compared it to flying a plane, and rather than simply taking in a nice game. Okay, you know what? Speaking of raiders, hopefully this doesn't interrupt the video. I'm just logging into Discord here. I don't know that anybody's on tonight, but I'll be hanging out in our streaming studio in our guild Discord, just in case any of my guildmates pop in. I know quite a few of them are here in WoW Classic, but we haven't really grouped up for much yet. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? Discover the crossroads flight path. Discover the... I should have this flight path. Yeah, I do.
Greetings.
Okay.
Farewell.
Silly Zygor. I wasn't even paying attention. When I went to... and I should also actually have the crossroads flight path already, too. And I do. And Zygor doesn't get it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because I ran these characters to the Undercity for training, and along the way, I picked up the flight pass. Okay, so apparently we're abandoning Mulgore. Why did it have me pick up these quests if I'm going out this direction? I'm just looking to see if I've missed anything. Alright, well, you know what? Let's see.
Peace, friend.
Notice that it lights up indicating where we should fly to.
Careful.
You know what? I don't know what it is with chat. I'm just gonna blame, you know, because Barons. Wow, that went down the wrong pipe. Okay, we're not reading any more Barons chat. What is with people, honestly? All right, so here, let's bring up the opacity of the background here. So this is at least a little bit more visible. Baron's chat was kind of notorious in the old days, and I guess it is again. In fact, I remember there were T-shirts once sold at BlizzCon that said, "I survived Baron's chat." You know, to be honest, Baron's chat has been notorious, and so much so that sometimes I wonder if it inspired the creation of 4chan. I mean, 4chan is basically the personification of Baron's chat. Let's see, am I going the right way? I think so. Or maybe not. Oh well. It will be a bit of a run here. Yeah, Zygor supposedly is giving us the route that will be easiest for leveling, so I'm a bit curious. That's why I'm following it, even though we have some quests that are not complete, and it had me pick them up. Oh, speak with Uzik at Farwatch Post. That's what it must be doing here. is it's having us do the warrior quest before going back and doing those other things. Well, let's find out why. Yeah, previously when I first got Zygor, it seemed to me that the quests were out of order, and I would get frustrated. I'm like, I want to pick these up and do it this way. And then I realized I was like, the order that it's giving them to me is an optimized order to be able to get things more easily. So this time, this is an experiment to see how quickly my tank can level if I simply go in the order that Zygor recommends. Hopefully they put some thought into this. By the way, if you're just joining me on Twitch, hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm playing the World of Warcraft Classic Edition, and I'm multi-boxing. Both of these characters you see on screen are me. So, Tank Cow and Hakasia. And Tank Cow is going to be a protection warrior. Hakasia is going to be a restoration shaman. And we're multi-boxing using a program called HotKeyNet, which is free. And I have tutorials that demonstrate how to set up HotKeyNet so you can do what I'm doing. And I'm using the guide Zygor to help me level these characters more quickly by taking like an optimized path. Unfortunately, Zygor is not free. It costs a monthly fee of about $10 a month. But if you want, I can always send you a little referral for Zygor and maybe get some extra benefits from it. Just let me know what email address you would like me to send it to. You can send me a message privately, of course. So, Zygor is recommending our next destination. That's what you see as the ant trails here. And so we are running through the Barrens to see about our next quest. So, we're going to talk to Uzek. Oh, and unfortunately this is warrior specific, so I'm still going to have to go back to the crossroads for my shaman, because apparently she needed to talk to somebody there at the crossroads. Oh, wait a minute. No, she has the crossroads flight path. Oh, I just passed hers, called Tauren Qualifier. Okay. Whoops, I'm running past this person because I'm looking at the other screen. I've got two screens here in front of me that have both the their full screen for World of Warcraft Classic. Here we go. Here's Uzek. So I guess the warriors are coming to see Uzek all day long. Kill thunder lizards. Okay. And where are we killing them? Right over there. Okay, and before we do that, let's go pick up the one for my shaman that I didn't notice I had to get first. These are class-specific quests. You can't see it, but hers is right over here. Yeah, unfortunately these characters will be running until level 40, and it will be a hard run to level 40. Although so far they're leveling faster and more easily than my warlock did. My warlock and my mage, another multi-box team, has been taking a beating as they've been trying to level. Plus, initially I didn't have Zygor installed to help them find the most optimized path. So I probably wasted time on some quests, and it seemed like it took a lot longer to level them than it is for this pair. Plus, once Tank Cow is able to jump into dungeons, my guess is that she won't have any trouble leveling. Same thing with Hakasia, because she'll be able to heal a few dungeons here and there. I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not I can get them in their first dungeons tonight. Now, although I level them as a pair by dual boxing here, I will not do that when they're in the dungeon. They will have to level solo when in dungeons. Oh, whoops. As a matter of fact, the person that she's supposed to talk to is this guy. And let's see, her Call of Fire also takes her to Durotar. Alright, so we'll go pick up the lizards and then answer the Call of Fire. try to get back to the path. I've learned the hard way that in Classic, stuff's dangerous again. So it's usually safer, not always safer, but usually safer to go on the roads. Notice how people are adhering to them. There are elites that are wandering loose. There's all kinds of rares and other whatnot. And there's vicious creatures that will cross the paths sometimes. So you do have to watch out. But more or less, the paths usually are the safer route for going around. I did try to take a shortcut when I was going around. I found it the hard way. Don't do that. If I wanted to get someplace as quickly as possible, just take the path. It may seem like the long way around, but for the amount of times that you die horribly trying to take the shortcut, it's actually not. It's usually the better way to go. It's nice to be back in WoW Classic. I was looking forward to the release of Classic ever since it was announced. I really thought that Blizzard kind of yucked up when they came out with the Cataclysm expansion, and I've been yearning to return to the old Azeroth ever since, so it's been a long time. Okay, so time for a little detour off-road. Have to be ready to fight. Oh, I guess I'm not the only way to come this way. Other warriors have been coming through this neighborhood. Oh, and speaking of which, my shaman's a skinner. Oh, what? Oh, she doesn't have her skinning knife. Let me guess, Zygor got me again. Dang it. Zygor will offer to sell junk out of your inventory, but it doesn't seem to make a distinction between a skinning knife and a weapon. And so it will sell your trade skill tools if you're not watching. Let me guess, did it sell my mining pick as well? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, she has her mining pick. All right, so Zygor didn't get my warrior, but did get my shaman. Otherwise, I'd be able to skin those creatures that we found back there. Okay, as you can see, we can basically ignore those critters. Whoa!
Need
What?
more rage. Not enough rage.
Oh, fortunately, it didn't drop any scales. So I'm here to pick up singed scales for this quest. This is actually one of the other things that was something I was looking forward to for WoW Classic, is class-specific quests.
Not enough rage.
Oh, nice little sword there, but it's a two-hander. Here we go.
Can't do that. Not enough rage. Not enough rage.
Oh, well, since I do have my mining
Need to
pick,
get closer.
I can at least take advantage of... Oh, that's right. I forgot. In Classic, you got to whack this thing more than once. Oh, back in Vanilla, it was annoying. You'd be you know, chipping away at something, and then somebody else would run up and then start whacking on it as well. It'd be like, dude, that's mine. We call them node ninjas. Whoops. Uh-oh. Got two of them.
It's too far away. I'm not ready yet. Can't do that yet. I'm not ready yet. Not enough rage. I need more rage. Not enough rage. I need a target.
Before my tank gets ready for, well, her first tanking run in her first dungeon, I plan to kit her out with a nice set of gear, at least as nice as I can afford. Yeah, in the current WoW retail, this whole area is underwater, and all the thunder lizards are drowned. Almost as if Blizzard symbolically killed off all the class quests. I don't think it was a really good move. So glad that Classic is here. And I'm not the only one. There are quite a few Classic servers, many more than there were originally at launch, indicating an incredible demand for WoW Classic.
Not enough rage.
Ah, excellent. Okay, we're going to decline the Goblin Smasher. And let's see, we have a new talent to put towards shields. Now, if you're playing WoW Classic and you're like, well, when I leveled, the talent thing didn't pop up, that's Zygor doing that. So Zygor is like, you have a talent point, why don't you use it? And it's like, okay, great.
More rage.
Come on, give me my, there we go, Singe Scale. Boy, all of these things are under attack, aren't they? Oh, that one's not. Gotcha. Oh, no, it's gray. I was hoping they'd let me have one. That was interesting. Again, that's a team, so you got a warrior with a warlock. I saw the Void Walker, and I was wondering, why is a warlock down here helping a warrior? Oh, I found the sweet spot. Look at these spawns.
Not ready yet. Not enough rage. More rage.
Okay, somebody should have a scale for me. What? 3 of them, and I got 1 scale. It's just wrong. Okay, there we go. And there's the other scale. That's kind of weird. At first, it wasn't there for me to loot, so my shaman tries to loot, and then suddenly the scale appears. Kind of odd. All right, talk to Uzek. Now I have to find my way out of this maze. Oh, but we also have to do the quest for my shaman. So let's help her with the Path of Fire, or well, actually, the quest is called the Turn of Qualifier. We'll avoid the thunder lizards as much as possible so we can leave them for somebody else. Or lightning hide. Oh, some are lightning hides, some are thunder lizards. Now that I'm leaving, now they're respawning. It's a gauntlet. That's all right. My cow can take it. It's basically what she is. Tanks are there to take damage, not to do it damage. That's going to be the interesting part about WoW Classic, is that since there is no formal specializations, and you simply are the talents that you choose, there's no, you know, switching specializations in the middle of a fight. You simply are what you are. So she will be a dedicated tank, and that's it. Now, all the critters are going to give me static about this. Like, look guys, I just want to transit through. I'm going to leave you for someone who needs you. I have to remember next time I get to a town to buy a skinning knife so that none of those hides go to waste. Oh, it's such a shame to leave all those corpses back there and not be able to skin them. Okay, like I said, you can see Zygor is like, hey, don't you want to go over here? It's like, well, I've got another member of my party, and she needs to answer the call of fire. Okay, let's see, how far do we have to go here? Oh, I see. I remember this. This was, wow, that was a long time ago. Since I've done the Shaman Totem quests. So we go down here the banks of the river, and if I remember correctly, we have to climb up. Matter of fact, see, there's the path. Okay, the critters are going to force me to kill them. It looks like. Maybe. Well, a little poison for my trouble. Thanks a lot. Ah, see, there's the marker indicating this way for shamans.
I can't do that yet. Need more way.
Shrine of Dormant Flame, huh? Yeah, I remember this. I remember going up, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to fall off. Let's see. Okay, that's not the way. This is exciting, mostly because I'm trying to control two characters at once. So I'm like, don't fall off. It's one thing if it's just one character, but I'm kind of like dragging Hakasia around like a kite. She is on follow, so I'm trying to ensure that she doesn't fall off. Okay, and this guy has a little turn-in for her. Oh, collect fire tar. Oh, good grief. And he is sending her back to the Barrens. Okay. And away we go. Let's see. I guess that's what we need to get the dormant flame going, is fire tar. It's basically the flame is out of gas. Oh no, she fell a little further and she's dead. Dang it. Well, remember I mentioned the issue of controlling two characters, so alright, let's see if this was a good idea. Okay, well I survived, so yeah, I guess so. Unfortunately, like I said, one character at a time, because the follow didn't work out so good for Hakasia. So here, I will just guard her corpse, and that way she can revive in peace. And it'll take a little moment for her ghost to run back here. Yeah, Classic doesn't pull any punches when it comes to reviving. You get like a graveyard in each zone. Well, sometimes two, and depending on how large the zone is, but often they're nowhere near where you may have died. So it's you have a long time to think about the mistakes that you made and resolve not to do them again. Well, it gives me a chance to look through my inventory, see what she has. She has a lot of junk in her inventory. I have to see about getting rid of some of this stuff. Let's see, are these soulbound? That's not. Any kind of green or blue items that are not soulbound, I'm mailing to my warlock, who is an enchanter, so that he can disenchant them and then make them into more useful gear for other characters. So he's basically the sugar daddy for all of my tunes. Although, at the rate that Tank Cow and Hakasia are leveling, especially once they're able to jump into dungeons and start farming those, they may end up being the sugar mamas for all of my tunes. Alright, so here we are, and back from the dead. Oh, you know what? I made all these sharpening stones. I should actually use them. Let's sharpen up that blade. Not only that, but here, let's see. Let's make another stack here. And she can have a stack of these things and sharpen up that dagger she's carrying. Okay, so for 30 minutes, they'll do a little bit of extra damage, and every little bit counts. Okay, so both of us have to go over to the Barrens. Tank Cow is only turning in the Barrens, but Cassia actually has to do something there. Okay, so my warrior's turn-in is right here, up ahead. I'm not going to bother to go to the bridge. We'll just swim across the river. If the Crocolists have an issue, we'll explain to them the error of their ways. Oh, it kills me I don't have a skinning knife. Oh well. Next time, Zygor. Next time. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. Zygor, like I said, doesn't make any distinction between... oh, speaking of Crocolists...
Not enough rage. Need more rage.
Doesn't make any distinction between weapons and tools. I mean, granted, World of Warcraft does allow you to use a tool as a weapon if you need to, but come on, it's a tool. Yeah, I need to check and see whether or not it's possible to create a permanent exclusion list so that Zygor doesn't offer to sell my tools all the time. Because even though I've told it, don't do it, I've noticed that it will still... see how... and Zygor is very specific. Aren't you supposed to go on the bridge? The bridge? The bridge? I'm like, the dude is right there, man. Zygor is very literal. It's like, but you're doing it wrong.
Go forth to victory.
Ah, look at that. And it sends you back to Mulgore. Now I see why it was having us do this in this order. Alright, but I still need to see about getting the fire tar for... And that's going to be over...
They can't join our group.
What the... Oh, I must have hit this by mistake.
They can't join our group.
Yeah, she's already in the group. Okay, so apparently what I'm looking for my shaman is right here. I wonder why the ant trail shows you going out to the island here. Can't stand seeing all these bodies everywhere. Okay, I guess that person was skinning. Maybe we'll stop at the crossroads and pick up a skinning knife, because it's just driving me nuts. And it would also give us a chance to clean out the bags. Must skin all the things. Now, fortunately, although my characters only just picked up their professions, they were able to level them quickly through a combination of items that I picked up with other characters and simply mailed to them, and things that were available cheaply on the auction house, allowing me to get their skills up in fairly short order so that they could begin creating useful items right away. Alright, well, I'm glad these plane striders are not hostile. They can be pretty nasty. Oh, according to this, the fire tar, comes from razor main enemies in the area. Just any razor main person in particular? Or, well, creature? Let's try this water seeker.
Not ready yet. Not enough. That ability isn't ready yet.
According to this, my shaman only needs to collect one bit of fire tar, so it's probably going to be one of these quests where you kill 20 things and then the last one actually has it, so. Yeah, we're right here by the crossroads. Let's get that skinning knife and empty those bags. And then we'll see about continuing this shaman quest. Renew the Moo. I always love seeing the various different names that players choose for their characters. Okay, who is the trade skill vendor? Here we go, trade supplies. I'm guessing this guy will have some. So, she needs a skinning knife really badly. Oh, and Zygor's offering to sell it already. No, Zygor, you're not selling the skinning knife. Like I said, I just didn't catch it when it did that. Speaking of which, let me see. Do I have my... I should also have a blacksmithing hammer. And Zygor managed to sell that. So, there's the mining pick. I think it got the hammer, didn't it? Blasted Zygor.
Me got the good stuff, man.
It wants to sell the Goblin Smasher. Let's see, is the Goblin Smasher soulbound? Yes. So, let's go ahead and sell that. It's not of any value to me. And I'm not worried about the blacksmith hammer. I will pick one of those up the next time I need to do some blacksmithing. However, the mining pick, gotta have that at all times. And here, let's make a little care package for that warlock that I mentioned that is doing all the enchanting. So here, this training sword, this carving knife. Is that all I have for him? Potentially that might be it. I was kind of hoping that I would have more, but I guess not. Oh, hello, streamer gods. How was the day? It was actually pretty good. I had fun in Elder Scrolls Online this morning, and so the evening belongs to the World of Warcraft Classic. Okay, you know what? I know I've got other stuff that I could be cleaning out of these bags. Here, let me check. think my shaman has junk in her trunk she could be selling as well. Oh, that's right. And I forgot. Speaking of care packages, we need to send to the bank all the food we've been picking up. These characters don't bother with cooking. I'll save all of these cooking materials for my hunter. The hunter will have to feed a pet, and if the pet doesn't get fed on time, the pet gets a little ornery. So it's probably a good thing if all the wolf meat and other stuff will just go to a pet. As a matter of fact, here, let's consolidate so that we can send one mail to the bank. Apparently we've been picking up a lot of this stuff. Oh, shoot. And there's linen cloth. That's something I should also be sending to my tailor enchanter. I knew I was missing something for him. Okay, well, I have to send him another one. And then for my bank... Okay, is that it? Oh, wait a minute, there's this leg meat. My cows don't eat that stuff. But the pets will. Alright, now let's see about getting that fire tar for our elemental quest. Let's see. Oh, here is the route that I was missing. I was trying to figure out how to get out of the crossroads properly. So the way I came in is the way we need to go out. Oh, just got back from the drag races, huh? That sounds like a lot of fun. I always enjoy everybody burning out their tires or seeing which one person's engine explodes. Sometimes the maintenance isn't quite what they think it is. Find out the hard way if there's any kind of faults in those engine blocks. But truth be told, I'm really a monster truck guy. I love to see big trucks crushing cars. That and a bit of NASCAR. Okay, let's see. We need to see about getting some tar. Let's see if this guy will volunteer some.
I need to.
Oh, whoops.
I'm out of range. Need more rage. Not enough rage.
Oh, I should have charged rather than just shooting at him.
Need more rage.
Okay, that one's gray, and that one's not.
It's too far away. Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage. Not ready yet.
Yeah, it'll probably be, watch, I'll probably have to kill like 20 of these things before one of them drops any tar.
Need more rage. Not enough rage. Need more rage.
But that's just the way it goes. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. Wow, he dropped the fire tar already. Alright, out we go. Matter of fact, here, I'll open this back up. Hopefully people will behave in Baron's chat, although not likely. If it gets too weird, well, we'll shut it off again. Oh, and now I have to collect a reagent pouch. Poor Shaman. They have to do all this stuff. So, let's see. According to this, Zygor says we're going to be killing Burning Blade cultists. And they seem to be mostly towards the back of the cave. Collect a reagent pouch. And there's only one to collect, so... Oh, honestly, you know what? Never mind. Let's go ahead and just keep the chat turned off. Okay, I see a question in Twitch chat that says, what happens when my wand skill reaches the maximum on skill points? Well, it means that you are the most effective you can be with wands, at least at that level. And your skill points will be capped, I believe, based on level. So as you go up in level, then you can accrue additional points. But each level has a particular ceiling in terms of skill level. That way, you can't ever have someone who's like level 5 but has like ultimate wand skill. You know, if they're going to be the maximum, they also need to be max level. So it will grow with you as you go along. Like, let's see, currently my character is level 11, and as you can see, her skills are capped out to 55 for weapons. And then as we, let's see, matter of fact, my shaman is level 10, and hers are capped at level 50, so it adds apparently 5 for each level. So let's see. I'm having to keep my eye on the other map to see where I'm going. Only my shaman knows where we're headed, because Zygor is only looking at my warrior's quest and saying, I want you to go back to Mulgore. It's like, well, wait a minute, I'm with somebody else. Oh, you know what, speaking of which, did I tell Zygor, let's see, share mode, yeah, enable guide sharing. Let me make sure that my shaman is set to the same thing so Zygor knows. It's like, hey, got another quest here. Quit freaking out. No, they are both on share mode. One thing that Zygor does not do, or at least maybe if it does, I haven't figured out how to turn it on yet, is, you know, it knows what the other person's quests are, but it doesn't show them to you. I used to have an old add-on that did, and in fact Retail World of Warcraft does this too, where you'll be able to see the quest that the other person is on, at least if you guys both happen to be on the same quest, and you can tell how far they are in terms of completion. But I'd love to be able to have a thing where I could say, well, show me the quest that the other person is on, and be able to see where it is that they have to go. Oh, okay. I see a question. Does it increase the damage of the wand? I believe it does. To be honest, I don't remember exactly. I know it makes it more effective. So you hit harder and more often if you have more skill with a weapon. So I think there's the weapon's base damage, plus whatever you get from your skill. And then I've done things like I've sharpened my axe, and so it's got a temporary little bonus, and for what, 13 minutes? It's a little sharpened. See, it says +2 for 13 minutes. So there are all kinds of little bonuses that you can apply to make your character a little better. See, I have the power word Fortitude, increase stamina by 3 for 21 minutes. I'm regenerating health every 5 seconds, thanks to this weak troll's blood potion. I probably need to make an alchemist. Oh, yes, I do need to make an alchemist. There was one thing that I used to love using for tanking, and I need to do it again. And that is a potion of giant growth. In fact, I'll look for them on the auction house. I would like to be able to go in to my first dungeon as a tank and down that potion, and now it's this big, giant, angry cow, and that's your tank. It would fill my groups with confidence. It's more of a psychological thing than anything else. It doesn't really do all that much. but it looks cool. You know, it's like, crap, that's the tank? Godzilla cow? Oh, speaking of Potion of Giant Growth, down here at Sinjin Village, there is a witch doctor in training. And he offers to do various different things to you, to quote-unquote help you as an experiment. And he's not very good as a witch doctor. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? This thing is telling me I'm going the wrong direction. Oh, well. Let's see. I should probably listen to Zygor. Yeah, you know what? It's up on the ridge. I should have kept my eye on the other screen. So one of the things that the Witch Doctor does is he will make your character grow. Well, it turns out that that growth will stack with a Potion of Giant Growth. So if you want to, you can have fun making your character bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, there are all kinds of nice alchemical recipes to put together, but the one I'm really only interested in is the Potion of Giant Growth. I just love it from a tanking perspective, just for the psychological fun of it. Okay, according to Zygor, we go up here. See how there's this big ridge in the way? And we're basically climbing up on the ridge, and there should be a cave back here. And on the way in the back of the cave will be burning blade cultists, and one of them will have a little pouch for my shaman. Of course, the scorpids don't like it. They don't like anybody. There we go. We can lose the scorpids. Ah, look, here's another shaman, and I bet he's there on the same quest. Also, notice the little thing he's got going there. I need to adjust the macros of my shaman so that she starts to take advantage of all these extra abilities that she's picked up. You know what? I think I'm going the wrong way. So it looks like it's up here somewhere. Beat it, Raptor. Oh, well, you know what? I will take this. See what I mean about it taking a few whacks? And so sometimes you'll have the node ninja who will just run up and they see you whacking away at it and they'll start whacking away too and take some of your minerals. And it's the burning blade! Alright. I think we found our cavern entrance.
Not enough range.
Okay, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me fix a couple of things here with my shaman, because she has some extra goodies.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready. Need more range.
You know, you get bored of my questions. No, I don't. This game is, you know, I had to learn all these things. I've been playing WoW for a long time. That's the only reason why I know what little I do about this silly game. OLG was kind of getting into it with me about how many years I've been playing WoW. I was like, well, it's fun. What can I say? And the fun part is that all that time invested in playing WoW comes in handy here in WoW Classic. So I know my way around, my characters level quickly, I can have a lot of fun. And if I can share any of those things that I've learned with anybody else, I'm more than happy to. Because the problem that I had was that when WoW was vanilla, I seemed to have trouble finding anyone who was willing to explain things to me. In many cases, they had played other MMORPGs like EverQuest, and so they were familiar with the, this was my first MMORPG, so I didn't actually understand what a tank was, or what abilities defined a tank, or how to do things. I had to learn the hard way. Oh, here's the way to go. So, no, questions are never, ever a bad thing. Now, if I've answered the same question like 20 times, I might say, you might want to start making notes. But you haven't gotten to that point, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Need more rage.
Okay, so one of these cultists... Oh, hello.
Not enough rage. My ability isn't
Oh,
ready.
good grief.
Need more rage.
They're coming and going. Don't want them to hit me in the
My
back.
ability isn't ready. I can't do that.
Turn towards him, please.
I'm out of range.
Alright, let's give that a whack.
I can't loot that right now.
Yeah, little by little, you whittle away at the node. Oh, and here's another one. You don't see me. Don't see me. I'm guessing all Burning Blade cultists are deaf, as well as evil. Alright, here we go.
Need more rage. Not enough rage. I need to target something first. My ability isn't ready yet.
Okay, tell me this guy has a pouch? No, no pouch.
Can't do that.
Hey, at least we're getting some cloth here.
I'm out of range. I'm not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. My ability isn't ready yet.
Since this Shaman quest is about fire, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a long time, so I could be, but I think you get your fire totem after completing this.
I can't do it. My ability isn't ready.
Okay, these are the guys, the Burning Blade cultists, that drop the bag.
I can't do that.
Uh-oh.
Not ready yet.
Probably want to let her drink a little here. want her mana to be up to full. Oh, look at this. Streamer God said, I had to disable chat in Silverpine last night because it was getting pretty graphic. And the topics they were discussing were interesting, to say the least. Distracted? Or worried that your kids might see it? Yeah, well, keep in mind that the clientele for WoW Classic is going to tend to be... I haven't met anybody that... ooh, well, I don't want to say a number, but I haven't seen any very young people in this game. Everyone seems to be middle-aged or higher. There might be a couple out there that are trying WoW Classic out just to see what the hubbub was about regarding vanilla that they've heard about all their lives, but I haven't run into any of them in game. At least not that they've admitted it to. Let's see if we can get this guy's aggro.
My ability isn't ready yet.
Ouch. Yeah, we're taking a beating here. But, let's see, we get a little reward. Let's check the battered chest. Nice little apple. Yeah, that's a treasure. I still don't have that reagent pouch. Oh well. At least we're getting linen cloth drops from these guys, so at least there's that as a consolation prize. More cloth is better. Help to advance my tailor. We've depopulated the cave. Hopefully there will be some respawns here to take advantage of. There we go.
Not enough damage. Need more rage. Not ready yet.
Scroll of Spirit? I'll give that to my shaman. Oh, and the reagent pouch. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so where does she need to take that? She just has to climb back up and see that troll again. Alright, now all of a sudden there's going to be cultists everywhere. We're just going to ignore them. Whoops, unfortunately the shaman didn't make the jump. Come on, get over here. Take a beating for trying to run out and not fight with them. Whoa. Let's see if I make it. They don't want to let her go. Oh, look, there we go. There's some more copper. Okay, so with the pouch and the fire tar, we should be able to take them back to the troll and see about reigniting the flame. Oh, good, even more copper. This is smashing. That's surprised at how much copper I'm running across versus my my mage, who is also a miner, and she didn't seem to quite find so much. Of course, she was looking at Silverpine for us, so perhaps it's simply less dense there. Very adult. Well, you know, there is, I believe, a profanity filter on the WoW clients. Of course, sometimes people will purposely misspell things in order to get through the profanity filter. Okay, so we're going to climb up the same ridge that we were at before and help the troll awaken the dormant flame. You know, it's funny, I just watched a Doctor Who episode on Pluto TV that was basically the same thing. Let's see, it was a Tom Baker episode, and there's the sisterhood, and they worship a flame, and all it was and the flame is dying, and they're all freaking out. But the apparently the vent where the flame was coming out of was filled with soot, and so the Doctor saves the day by throwing a firecracker down the chimney, and it goes off and breaks up the soot, and suddenly the flame comes roaring back to life, and everybody's saved because firecrackers. And the odd thing is that he didn't have the firecracker in his pocket; he had it in his hair. I always enjoy watching those classic Doctor Who episodes. You know what? Now I'm curious. Let's see. What was the name of that one? Oh, you know what? I can't look it up while I've got the multi-box program running. I'm just going to ignore the razor mane here because I'm just kind of going through the neighborhood. They are determined to be a pest, but it's like, beat it, kid. You bother me. Okay, there is the rock. Alright, again, I have to make sure not to let my shaman fall off the side. Well, at least not until after the quest has been turned in. Oh, speaking of which, there she goes. She's like, oh, but I'm almost there. Like, yeah, but you need to stick to me a little bit more closely than that. Okay, and there is the troll. So let's see, we have, oh, look at that. You know, I didn't even notice before. There's a big rock over there. All right, so he's happy, and she gets a talent point as a result. So we'll put that in restoration once again, since she will be a restoration shaman. And now she has a bit of a challenge to go up here and kill the minor manifestation of fire. So let me give her a hand. Collect glowing ember. Oh, use fire, blah, blah, blah. Where is that thing? Oh, but I have to collect the... There we go. Oh, he didn't give me the item that I needed. Had to click him twice and I didn't realize it, so let's see. Allow shaman to see elemental spirits. I'm supposed to use this thing to kill a minor manifestation of fire.
Not enough rage. Need more rage.
This is out of range. What on earth? Okay, I guess I have to actually read this quest. Let's see. Shaman Qualifier. Defeat the minor manifestation of fire and place the glowing ember in the brazier atop the Shrine of Eternal Flame. The fire sapta is finished, and the time has come for you to face the flame. Use the sapta at the shrine and head to the top of the mountain to face... Oh, okay. So, I was supposed to use it down there. Alright, now she's used it. I was wondering why. Oh, my warrior cannot help. I can't see them. They're not visible to...
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Oh, she's getting beat up. I wasn't expecting this to be something that I couldn't help with. That's terrible. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to make an adjustment. I have to set her up so that she's ready to fight solo, because right now all of her macros are tied to assisting Tank Cow. But Tank Cow can't see those targets. Oh boy. So we'll go ahead and we'll end this video here. Don't worry if you're watching on Twitch. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just kind of breaking it up so things don't get too long on YouTube. Join me next time for more fun here on Joe Superfan WSPC Give Me a channel, where we'll have more silly fun in the World of Warcraft Classic as I find out the limitations of multi-boxing class-specific quests. See you next time.